success moving forward. It got me through to this point where I'm at now, and it will continue to as well. We do need nutrients. We do need to eat, but you need to exercise and you need to sleep. Perhaps sleep has gotten a little easy for you, or easier than what it was in the past. I was going from getting 1 or 2 hours of sleep a night for the first 10 days. I think it was day 10. It's funny how I can just say day 10 was this, day 11 and a half was that. 17 and a half days in, I was in my Jeep recording a video, and I remember exactly what I was talking about here and how I was feeling. It's really interesting how that works, but when you're in introspection, these things are going to level you up like that. You're building new neurological pathways. You're rewiring the root of the tree system, right? With new thought patterns, with new beliefs, because that person exposed your faulty beliefs, your negative beliefs, your lack, coming from a place of lacking beliefs. Now you realize you're looking at all these videos about avoidant discarding, and you're hearing all these key words like coming from a place of lacking tension, lacking attraction because you leaned in and they leaned away. And now all hell breaks loose. Now you're losing self-dignity, self-love, self-respect. Now you have no abundance. Now you're really in trouble because you're over-explaining yourself. Does that stuff sound familiar to anybody here? So getting back, those are the things that we go through, but in the process, you are leveling up. And so you're developing new neurological pathways, new ways of nurturing your new mindset of abundance, because you were that angry bagel. And you know what happens to pressure in time. As you sit with that pressure over time, the diamond is created, and you will be found in the rough, one way or the other. Which do you choose? That's why we're here. And so you want to consider your options in terms of nutrition, in terms of getting out there and taking your steps forward. Jesus walks with me. Jesus walks, so shall I. Go for your walks. That's Christ consciousness. You chose the truth. Christ consciousness. Forget religion. It's Christ consciousness. It's simply the truth. That person reflected the truth back to you. You didn't like to feel it and hear it and see it, but you had no choice. Well, you did. You could go on dating apps. You could start dating other people and mask your agony and pain and growth. Or you take responsibility and accountability, something that most people nowadays are not doing. And you do it willfully, and you do it with grace. For you are the grace in the place that God put you. Something like that, right? That's forgiveness. You forgive that person, be grateful for what they showed you, and we move forward. There are going to be times when you're going to want to resent and be angry. Keep in mind, those moments are low vibration, more cortisol, sore joints eventually, inflammation of your gut, because eventually you're going to want to start eating again, which gets me to the nutrition part some more, where we're putting things in our mouth that aren't supplements. We're talking about food and other things. We want to eat properly, minimize your sugar intake, minimize your carbohydrate intake. Remember, they flipped the script. They flipped the food pyramid upside down. This is what I do for a living as a cardiac therapist, as an exercise physiologist, as a coach, as a fitness guru. They flipped it upside down, and carbohydrates are at the very bottom, and it's very small. Why? Because it's toxic, ladies and gentlemen. Too many carbohydrates is toxic, especially with all the ingredients out there. So keep that in mind before you go overspend and overindulge in food that you know your body does need to a certain extent, but we use the virtue of moderation. And that's what keeps ourselves back. Know that you're going to go through this process where your body's going to hurt. You're going to need rest. Give yourself a break when you need to sit in silence and take the time. All right? You guys out there, you men and women out there who are listening to this content, hey, you're beautiful, brilliant, wonderful human beings. We've all made mistakes. We've all done things. And it is those mistakes that have molded us into who we are or who we are to become if we choose. You may be younger. You may be older. Again, I'm 42 years old. I don't feel it. I don't think I look it, right? Maybe sometimes. But we are wonderful human beings that have compassion. We have the spirit of love, that energetic state of commonality. universal consciousness. We're all interconnected. Entanglement, right? For those who understand what the word entanglement is, and detachment, attachment, detachment, entanglement, look up the words. David Bayer talks about entanglements, the entanglement theory, and entrainment. I think it's called entanglement and entrainment. It's where we all eventually get into synchronicity. That's what this content's all about. You're going through a similar circumstance that I am. Let me share some of that vibration with you. Let's get in sync here with one another. Join me. Join me. Go check out that subscription, that newsletter subscription. Even if you don't, I've got free content out there. You're listening to me right now. You're going to see me and hear me hint a lot of the things that I talk about anyway for future reference in this content. But resonate with me. Entangle, because we're all entangled one way or the other. And entrain ourselves, synchronize ourselves into the highest version of ourselves, recognizing that self-doubt, recognizing those mental resistance themes and scripts that are in our heads that we've been programmed into all of our lives. All right, that's my motivation. I Motivate Me speech for the day. Hey, you guys, God bless you. I love all you guys. I love my fellow humans, and I know what we're capable of, and we're going to do it, right? You put your dukes up, bob and weave, and take care of your body. All right.